I gotta say it, I'm sure this has happened before, but I've never seen it, especially not in such a crucial situation. With 12 minutes of a back and forth game left, the Edmonton Oilers had reached a 1-goal advantage over the LA Kings. Until...
prank 'em, John.
Disaster strikes. Short-handed, Gavrikov clears the puck down into the Edmonton zone. Skinner tries to play it, but the puck is fumbled. Deneau recovers. Goal. Now, it looks like this was honestly just a skill issue. However, people quickly started pointing out online that what actually happened is that Skinner's stick broke. And if you look back a couple of minutes earlier, you can see right here a slash at the top of Skinner's blade cracks it. Now, he probably just hadn't put any significant weight on it until this moment, but it literally crumbled under pressure, and his one flex stick almost cost the Oilers the game. However, they would get that lead back. The Oilers establish a great cycle in LA's end. Kyler Yamamoto, who's been held completely scoreless this series, instead of passing the puck and continuing the cycle, chooses instead to whip it at the net. Korpisalo just doesn't get it, and that would be the game-winning and series-clinching goal. And I mean, there are a lot of storylines in this one. LA's defensive core was arguably not as good as it should have been. Korpisalo wasn't as good as he should have been tonight. But for me, the big thing, special teams for Edmonton, and one player in particular. In the first round of the playoffs, Edmonton has sported an absolutely diabolical 56% conversion rate on the power play. To show just how anomalous this number is, that's a full 25% higher than what they were rocking during the regular season. Now, obviously, this is mostly due to sample size, and if the postseason went on for 82 games, you'd probably see regression. But the other big story for me is the continued phenomenal playoff play of Leon Draisaitl. Right now, he sits second in points per games in the playoff all time, behind only the Great One, and he kept that standard up with 11 points in just 6 games. We also see, very surprisingly, 10 from Evan Bouchard, while Connor McDavid was maybe quieter than expected with also 10 points in 6 games, though he was driving play. He was getting penalties called on him, he opened the scoring in this game, he had those 2 really close together goals earlier on in the series. But at this point, I've got to take a second and acknowledge Roope Hintz. Dallas fans, I think, rightfully complained when I recapped their series. I didn't talk about just how great he's been playing, and yeah, he leads the league in playoff points with 12 points in 6 games. And I think they're right. Dallas doesn't get all the attention it should because there's still a growing hockey market. But while we're here, I'll also briefly give a shout out to Miro Heiskanen. Anyway, continue to be impressed with what I see from Draisaitl, not only on the offensive end, but he had some key stops as Edmonton put out their NHL 2002 hero line for pretty much the last 1.5 minutes to shut down LA, and Draisaitl got a couple of stops at the line and really had the play which secured the game with this diving poke check. But that's all for me. Let me know what you thought of the game and the series, and what do you think of the Vegas-Edmonton series? I think that's going to be absolute must-watch TV, but I think the Oilers with their pure offensive firepower are going to take it.